The questions you don't ask have a habit of becoming the issues that surface after close. Welcome back to the Master Your Merger video blog. I'm Klint Kendrick, and today we're going to talk about the fifth sin in our 7 deadly sins of AI and HR M&A. And today's sin is a quiet one because it doesn't feel like a mistake while you're making it. It feels like efficiency. And that's rushing past the critical questions. You're moving fast because the tool lets you move fast. And the analysis comes back quickly. It looks complete, and you move on to the next fire. But the questions you would have asked at normal speed, well, those never get asked. And those are the important ones. Those are the questions that come from sitting with the material, from talking to real people, and from listening for what's being said as well as what's not being said. The tool can't flag what's missing because the tool has no idea what was never fed into it. It can only work with what it's handed. You are the only one in the process who knows what's not in the room. Speed can be seductive here because the output looks finished. A clean summary feels like a closed question, but finished looking and actually finished are two very different things. And the gap between them is precisely where post-close surprises like to live. Here's one I've seen sink a deal's first year. A pre-LOI cultural assessment coupled with a tight deadline. The AI produces a tidy summary of the target's culture pulled from public sources. It looks thorough. The decision team feels informed and they move forward. But nobody asks the questions that mattered because the tool didn't prompt them to. Is the founder staying past close or headed for the exit? What happened to the last 3 executives who left? Why is engineering the only group on the org chart with positive Glassdoor reviews? None of that came up because the summary looked complete. Now remember, culture is how people get work done in an organization, and you can't read that off a public summary. It can only give you direction. So here are some practical takeaways. First, keep your framework. Use the same structured approach you've always used at every stage, tool or no tool. Ask your questions anyway. The tool doesn't know your questions, but you do, and your value is in asking those questions. And then listen for the silence. Cross-check across multiple sources, and when something doesn't add up, stop and find out why before you sign off. Slowing down to ask one more question is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy on a deal. Knowing which questions to ask is the entire heart of my book, The HR Practitioner's Guide to Cultural Integration in Mergers and Acquisitions. It's on Amazon if you want to go deeper. Next week, the sin with the sharpest legal teeth, the one that can put your whole organization in front of a regulator. Uploading what you shouldn't.